Hello, happy Friday. So in today's, I'm trying to do something here. On today's Friday's Little Bites, we're gonna be talking about all the common pitfalls and tips about reading auras, okay? The first one, and this is for everything that you do, everything really, not just spiritual readings, everything in life. Do not over analyze. Don't overthink. If your intuition is your sense. It's your sixth sense, right? If your intuition is saying blue, trust that. Because people are like, but did I really see blue? Maybe it's more like violet, or am I making that up? Or do I actually not? No, stop. People do that all the time in all areas of life. You shouldn't. Okay, you shouldn't. Um, so trust your intuition. Stop second guessing yourself. Not the second one. Not everything is literal. Not everything is literal. So red aura don't always mean the person is angry. It could mean that the person is very passionate. It could mean that they have a lot of drive, that they have a lot of leadership. Okay. Um, Tip: cleans before reading. Clean your mind and your energy. Okay. And this is again for all kinds of readings. You should not work, just like that. You prepare, right? You don't want your surgeon to come in after having lunch and operate on you without washing their hands, right? Or go to the bathroom. No. So you should do yourself, clearing and grounding, do GCP. You ground, you clear, and you can do it, just by asking, you know, source to clean you, but you can use incense, you can use, I have here dragon's blood, or you can use a sound, whatever you like is fine. I'm not gonna tell you that one is better than other. And take a moment to breathe, to center, okay? To put your mind, it's time for work. And with my mediumship students, that I tell them part of your ritual to start working should be something. Mine is like going like that, but some people do like that, or some people like that. Some people go like that. Whatever it is, it's part of the ritual to tell your body and tell spirit, oh, boom, boom, we're ready to work. Okay. That's going to help with your accuracy. I know. It's crazy. Get consent. Don't go around the supermarket looking at people's auras. That's no. Just like don't go around the supermarket telling people, hey, I can see your dead husband. He has a message. Can I tell you? That's going to freak people out. Get consent. If you must stop that old lady at the supermarket about her dead husband, have some kind of conversation before hitting them with that, and ask for permission. We always ask for permission. Even if I'm sending Reiki energy to my friends that know who I am, that know what I do, I always ask them permission. Because maybe they don't want it. That'll be crazy, but maybe they don't. So you ask for permission. You don't just do stuff without asking people permission. And of course, you use your discernment. Um, the reading that you're gonna do is a picture of that moment, and that goes for that's why doing predictions is so hard, and I don't like them, okay? Because whatever kind of reading you're doing is a snapshot of that moment, and that can change in an instant, okay? Do you have the same day every day? No, you don't. Is your personality the same every day? No, it's not. Is your mood the same every day? No, it's not. Well, so is your aura. It's ever flowing and changing, depending on what's going on, depending on your health, depending on your mood, depending on what have you just eaten or drink or smoke or so it's always going to be changing. You're going to have prominent colors, absolutely, but the colors change. You don't have one color aura. That's not right. You have many colors throughout the body. You have more prominent colors because that's your general mood and disposition and personality, but it's always going to be changing. It's always going to be changing. Also, people tend to think that dark colors are bad. If you see black in somebody's aura, it could mean that that person is sick. There's something there that they're sick, physically ill, or they could be very sad for something. But for example, I read somebody one time, a long time ago, and all I could see was brown. And I was like, and something in me was like, what do you do for work? And he's like, I'm a farmer. I'm like, well, that makes sense. He was very connected to the earth and he was all over his aura. There was nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It was beautiful. So there you go. The most common pitfalls and tips about reading auras. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday and have a magnificent weekend.